Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Sunday, June 20th. The year's 2021. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly open and gap. Just so you know, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And let me just remind you about risk management. Don't lose any more in any one single trade than you're willing to lose. So, looking at the weekly chart, we see we had a big red candle for last week. This week, right now, we're green by 7 pips above the open with a weekly pivot target of 39,111. As far as the gap fills, we still have some gaps that have not filled. We're working on that weekly opening range. Once again, we are way away from the monthly opening range by 337 pips. In fact, we're only 165 pips away from the yearly open. 398 away from the monthly to the downside. We're above the yearly, below the monthly. And once again, today's open, the weekly, daily open, we're up by 7 pips. Inside bar action. Not that many inside bars to trade at the moment, just a few. Range, we're only 6 hours in, no pairs over 100 in range right now. There's that daily pivot that we haven't hit yet. We gapped down, so the pivot was above. So if you took the fade, fading the gap, fading the pivot, trading towards those levels from the open, away from the open toward those levels, you were rewarded on that gap fill. As you can see, we're going back towards that weekly open at the moment. Rats, range too low. There's the weekly pivot, the daily pivot, and you can see the monthly pivot that we already hit. Once again, daily pivot. We've missed 2 in June. So far, we missed 1 last week. And so far today, we have missed. We're back in the lower wick zone from the previous day. As far as the range goes, last week on the hourly, with that big candle, it was we're definitely towards the high end on those ranges. Okay, it's not time for wall mall lines, but even though that's the, it's not time, you can see you can still trade effectively at the line with the H1 candle color. Of course, during these low range times on this particular pair, the pound dollar, you just grab a couple of pips if you take those trades. You're not looking for 10 or 20 baggers. You're looking for 1 or 2, which sometimes that's what we do even during the wall mall, the main times. We just take what we can quickly because price can go against you, and there's no reason to ride that emotional roller coaster. Just playing the simple higher low and lower high. You can see we've got a 3 ball, maybe looking for a DSR trade. And in fact, I think Walmart and I probably cleared up any questions about the DSR trades. Last week I didn't see any, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We're more than happy to answer. And I didn't really see any questions out there on the forums or in any of the groups. And this week, we'll probably be revisiting some previous topics, or we might go on to something new. We really haven't decided. Let me know if there's another system that you want me to explore. Most of them are simple, and I still see there's some traders out there that apparently they're struggling. I'm not really sure why they are struggling. Maybe they're not even trading the systems. That's important. When you ask a question, let us know if you're actually trading the system, or maybe you're just thinking about it and you're trying to understand it before you actually start trading it. Because I think, when you actually trade a system, you're going to wind up answering some questions just on experience. I mean, right now we see the pound is moved down to just 2 pips above the daily open. So what do I see? I see 1, 2, 3, 4 M5 candles, bearish candles in a row. And I'm wondering, will there be another? We're getting ready to hit the 00 line. We're right there. We're 1 pip below the open. So it looks like price is definitely going to drop, but it just bounced off the psychological 00. It's like it's going to test it again. It just did. Another 1 pip bounce. You can see the movement of price right here. And there it broke it. Not by much. Now you could pick up a pip. And see, this is one of those ones where I said you could pick up a pip, and right there it just moved right back. One of the things, if you're trading, you just have to realize if price isn't doing what you think it's going to do, if it's not reacting the way you think it's going to react, in other words, if you enter a trade and it's moving against you, or it moves your direction for a little bit and stops, it's almost better just to scratch the trade and get out. Now, sometimes the market structure boys, they say, well, put on your stop loss, put your TP, and basically walk away. And that's almost the same thing, because they're saying if the trade doesn't give them what they expect, well, then, they're willing to lose a certain amount of money on that trade, and that's why they put their stop loss where they put it. So if you were short here at the 00 and price barely went down to 90, it just out. You think, well, maybe it'll go down to 95, but if you didn't pop out right then and there, now you're down 2 pips. So it just really depends if you're sitting here scalping or trading in real time. We don't have to call it scalping or day trading. It's just if you're trading in real time, reacting to the market, then you need to react quickly and take what you can when you can. Or if you're more planning to trade out in terms of TP and take profit and stop loss, then you do it that way. Probably the worst thing to do is mix the modes, where you plan something and then you get in and you override it, because that's probably not going to pay out either. Either you're playing the statistics for the long haul, or you're playing it for the short haul. If you start mixing it, chances are you're going to just get cut to shreds. You're going to wind up letting the losers hit the stop loss, but you're going to cut the winners short. So it's just something you have to be aware of when you trade. And I don't think many people speak to that. So anyway, that's about it. I hope you guys have a profitable week. I hope you had a fun, safe weekend. And when you sit down at your trading platform, just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.